Title: 15-year-old Whiz kid gone wrong. Teen nabbed by the Fuzz for veteran shooting. TLDR. A 15-year-old has been cuffed and stuffed after a deadly encounter back in February, with a U.S. veteran who survived the perils of Operation Desert Storm, only to meet his fate on home turf. Junior James Bond's been slapped with first-degree murder charges after a painstaking investigation. A true case of a whiz kid gone wrong, or is it? Full story. We've all heard of teen prodigies, but this is something else. Here's a chilling tale about a 15-year-old who, instead of juggling science projects or home runs, allegedly juggled a gun. Authorities say the kid had a fatal encounter with a US vet, a brave soul who danced with death in Operation Desert Storm, and lived to tell the tale. Irony of ironies, the vet didn't fall in a desert storm, but rather on home soil, thousands of miles away from the battlefield. Life's a circle, they say. Did this veteran's survival in a war zone only set him up for a fatal bullet in his own backyard? Or is it just a random tragedy? A question to ponder. The teen's been bagged and tagged with first-degree murder charges, after several months of scrupulous investigation. Our guy went from PlayStation to police station in no time flat. So, is this a case of a bright kid turned bad? Or is it the society, the environment, maybe the system that failed him? Disclaimer: we aren't making any judgments here. Not our style. Just serving the facts with a side of thought-provoking questions. You're the judge, olive skin. Even as we grapple with the unsettling news, let's spare a thought for the fallen veteran. A man who stood tall in the face of combat, meeting an untimely end in a place he considered safe. Doesn't it make you wonder about the phrase survival of the fittest? He survived a war, but not a teenager with a gun. What does fit even mean in today's world? As we chew on that, let's remember, this story isn't just about the accused or the victim. It's about the society we live in. Is it the scarcity of role models, the lack of proper guidance, or simply, the increasing accessibility of deadly weapons that led to this grim outcome? And let's not forget the universal question: are guns the real problem, or is it the people who use them? Remember, we're not saying the kid is guilty or innocent, that's for the court to decide. We're just wondering aloud, like we always do. So, fellow thinkers, it's your turn. What's your take on this tangled web of crime and sorrow? Could this have been prevented, or are we just players in a twisted game of fate? Let the thoughts flow, people. After all, aren't questions the first step towards change? And while you're at it, ask yourself this: if a veteran can fall victim in his own homeland, how safe are we really?